all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. You know that. Right. Before we start, I want to thank all them people who've got in touch in the last few days regarding being a promoter for Welcome Estates on your social medias. Fantastic response. So thank you very much. A bit better than last week, so that's a plus. So keep it coming. It's all good. We're all going to start somewhere, aren't we? If it were easy, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? Right. Man of the moment. Go to Don Charles. He's the best. Daddy Don. Daddy Don is back. Back from where, though? Where's he been? Well, we all know Don Charles for what he's done for Derek Chisora. I know they split up half a dozen times. It's a bit like a marriage, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's but they always seem to find each other, and I can see that in there. But banter aside, I can see that in a lot of relationships in boxing, a lot of fractured, and people fall out on a Monday and the mates on a Tuesday, or fall out on a Wednesday and the mates 2 years later. Is it a brave choice for Dubois? Well, it might be a cheaper choice. We don't know, do we? We don't know. What we do know about Don Charles is that he had Frank Buglioni, and he did okay with Frank Buglioni, but Frank didn't have him from the beginning. So Frank were with Tibbs, I think, wasn't he, at the beginning? My memory serves me correct. Mark and Jimmy Tibbs. And Don Charles ended up with him. And I think they did something together. But Derek Chisora, they won belts with Derek Chisora. Yeah, I can see attraction for Dubois. It's local. Spencer Fearing in there with him, is that a good choice? Maybe, because he's got a bit of bounce in the man, Spencer. He could sort of like be a PR people for him as well. And you know, if need be, he'd go out on a limb, wouldn't he? Doing what he does best, you know, on social media and all that carry on. If they needed somebody to speak for the bar, because Don Charles is not the most vocal person on social media. So maybe like they might be dream team, but also there could be a nightmare, couldn't there, as well? You know what I mean? So I can imagine some pep talks. It'll all be like motivation and stuff, you think, what from Spencer and Don Charles doing training. I don't know. They're both fought, aren't they, Don and Spencer? So let's see if they can add something. Let's judge them after a couple of fights. But if they're chucking him straight in with Usyk, can Spencer Fearon, aka Malcolm X, Big Malc, can Spencer and Daddy Don, can they turn it around? The odds against it is very steep. Very, 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 very steep. Usyk is like Mozart, so they're going to have to just bulldoze him, I think, because that Kevin Leone turned him on his head, didn't he, with footwork until he got knocked out. He dropped him 3 times. They were turning him on his head. He were like all at Cedar Bar. So let's hope that Daddy Don and Big Malc, let's hope they can get into the bar and teach him how to fight a southpaw, because they're going to need sparring, aren't they? Let's hope they can do it and get the bar up and running. Let's hope they can get him up and running. It remains to be seen if they can, but let's judge them, like I've said, on that. But DeBart's WBA regular champion. Fights Usyk, he'll be in the fight of his life. But personally, if he fights Usyk, it's as far as he's going to go in it at this stage of game, because he nearly got fun out in the last fight. And I can assure you, Bricktop and Co will want their investment back, won't they? It's the way of the world, isn't it? That's just how it is. That's just how it is. But Don Charles has done well to get that job, and he's probably surprised, but he's put his time in, hasn't he? He's put his time in. It's not his fault Derek Chisora come up short, but I thought Don Charles and Spencer Fearon, I thought they left Chisora in too long against Tyson Fury. But then again, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So I don't know, but would I have gone for them? We don't know, do we? Don't know the situation. It could be a money thing. Could be anything. So, but when the bar were coming through, we were trained by Bowers lads, wasn't he? Until he ran into Joe Joyce. Why not go back to them and do what they were doing best with them? I don't know. How does he beat Usyk? He's got to rough him up on and get stuck into him and clip him. Can't let Usyk get into a rhythm because if he does, he'll turn Daniel DeBar on his head. And rounds 6, 7, and 8 and that, he'll just put him on planet Mars, won't he? He'll put him on planet Mars with them 100 people that Big John Fury put up there 30 years ago. You know when he was on that rampant run, through hard road division at heavyweight. He ran through a lot of them, didn't he? Folding people like deck chairs. And of course, he was chopping people down like cheddar cheese. So, good luck to Daniel DeBar. Good luck to Mark Efron if he gets Canelo fights. How dare I say that Mark Efron should be a voluntary for the champion in his division when he's 7th in rankings and it's due a voluntary? Forget the Canelo name. It's just a guy wanting a title shot. Well, I want him to get it. So why not? Number 7, British and Commonwealth champ. If he gets a voluntary, he should take it. Forget politics. Let's do what's right for the sport. That's how I look at it. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, peace out.